What makes you decide that you are going to buy brand new from the store versus buying from a resale site? Is it that luxury experience that you're wanting where you're able to pop some champagne, celebrate the new purchase that you've just bought at the store, maybe some macaroons? Or is it that you want it to be the quality that you want it to be? You don't want any sort of wear on that bag. You want the wear that gets on that bag to be the story that it tells of you and your journey with it. Let me know in the comments down below what makes you decide that you are buying straight from the store versus buying on the resale market. For me specifically, there have been two things that have made me want to buy directly from the store versus buying resale. The first is the specific bag. The difference in cost for the quality that I want is only $100 to $200 difference than just buying it at the store. If that is the case, and usually this is a bag that is very popular. So there are a couple examples that I can provide where this has been the case. The first is my multi-pochette accessories bag, which I have right here. So this, and then I have the straps behind me, but this bag, when I was thinking about buying it secondhand versus buying it from the store, I decided I'm just going to buy it from the store because the cost difference was not that different. Now, this was when I was buying in 2025. I will say that things are a little bit different now with regard to some of the deals that you can get. And so I will provide an example of what the cost looks like from the store right now. And then in excellent condition, when I was looking at that time, there was only a couple $100 difference. And I was like, for that, might as well just get it from the store. The other is a bag that I currently have my eye on, and I think I'm going to be adding to my collection soon. And that bag is the high-rise bum bag. This bag is very much an it bag right now when it comes to having a bag that is more crossbody bum bag type style. And right now, again, the cost of it resale versus in store is very similar to almost the exact same for the condition that I'm wanting, that it really doesn't make sense to buy it resale. If it is a experience situation and that's why you like to buy it in store, let me know what your experience has been, because my experience has not been good, although I only have one experience, I guess. So I don't know how much I can necessarily say that it's not been good. My experience from buying from Louis Vuitton has only been online, where I had it delivered, and that was a good experience. It came on time. I didn't have any issues from that standpoint. I felt like it was packaged very well, but I've not had that in the store experience where you have all the things happen. Now, I will say that when I was looking at the store and looking at the different options that I'm thinking about moving forward with in the future, I was talking to my sales associate, and she said, I had mentioned that, you know, all the bags that I bought from Louis Vuitton directly, those have always been mailed to me. I just buy them online and I have them sent to me, and I don't do it in the store. And I think it's because of that poor store experience that I had that I'm going to share with you. And she said, oh no, please don't do that. That prevents us from getting, you know, the credit for it, but also we want you to have an amazing in-store experience. So if you let us know ahead of time that you plan to come in and buy this, you know, whatever item you want to buy, we will make sure that we have champagne, that we have macarons, that, you know, it's basically a whole big deal. And I was very surprised by that because I did not have that experience, but it wasn't with Louis Vuitton, so keep that in mind. But I really did not have that kind of experience whatsoever when I bought the bag that I bought in store. I'm wondering what that experience looks like, honestly. And I'm excited to see that because I think that I am going to obviously buy the specific one that I just talked about, the high-rise bum bag. I'm planning on buying it probably in early January or February. I'll see. I haven't decided exactly when I want to buy it. And the other thing too is I'm waiting for more colorways for the high rise because I don't just want the monogram, and I am torn about actually getting the multicolor. And if I'm getting the multicolor, then obviously that's not available at Louis Vuitton and I would have to buy that secondhand. So I'm kind of torn, but the way in which I want to use it is I want to not have to worry about it really at all. And so I know that's not going to happen if it's the multicolor because it's white and it has the cutout on it. So I'm thinking that that's probably not the best option, even though I do want that one. So I'm waiting for more colorways to come out, and I think that will dictate when I actually end up getting that bag, because right now I'll show you on the screen the colorway options that they have. But basically they have the traditional monogram, they have a black one, and then they recently released a blue one. The blue is not my color, but I do appreciate that they're adding more colorways. I'm hoping that they add more so that I can see what those look like and decide which one I want to end up getting. I am holding out for right now on that bag. In the meantime, let me tell you what my experience was buying in store and why, because of that experience, I have not sought to buy in store for future purchases. Now, my in-store buying experience was my first ever luxury handbag that I ever bought, and it was from Chanel. I was in Florida on vacation. We were actually on Disney vacation. I went to a major mall in Florida, and I went into multiple different stores. I went into Chanel, I went into Louis Vuitton, I went into Fendi, and at that time, it was the like Fendace line had just come out, and so I was thinking about maybe buying something like that because it was a limited edition, but it just really didn't speak to me. At that time, although I've always been very interested in luxury handbags, and this was the first handbag that I was ever gonna buy. I had like $6,000 to put towards this handbag. It was in 2019. I had just gotten my first like big girl job. So this handbag was something that really I wanted it to obviously mean a lot to me. So I ended up getting a handbag that I felt like was very versatile. And it reminded me of the first handbag that my grandma ever bought me from Macy's. And this was like a huge deal for me. I love that handbag. It reminded me a lot of that with regard to some of the components that it had. If you want to hear more about that specific, I guess, situation, then I'll link you to where I go over that in more depth in my collection video so that you can see that. All this to say is I found a bag at Chanel that I felt made sense, especially because I didn't know at that time if I would buy any more bags. I knew that whatever bag that I bought, it needed to be something that I would love forever in case I never bought another bag, luxury bag, which I didn't think that was going to happen. And that I likely would buy more, but it was 5 years before I bought any more luxury bags. There was a huge gap. There was a huge gap before I bought another luxury bag. I went into Chanel. I was not wearing anything fancy. I was wearing biker shorts. My hair was up and it looked like a mess, because we had just gone to Disney, or we were going to Disney, one of the two, I can't remember, but I was dressed, you know, to be going to Disney. So I did not look like I had any money to spend. And I remember the sales associate that helped me, he was an older gentleman. He let me, you know, look around, and he didn't really help from a standpoint of saying, okay, what are you looking for? What are you interested in? Oh, based off of that, let me show you this, let me show you that. Where when I've gone to Louis Vuitton just to look at items, they have been extremely helpful and have said, okay, what are you looking for? What things do you like? Oh, did you know about this? Did you know about this? And I just find that that is so thoughtful and helpful of them. But that really wasn't the case. He was just like, okay, what do you want? And I didn't really know. Anyway, I find this bag, and he at no time asked me, you know, are you interested in champagne while I wrap this up for you? Would you like to have a seat? Nothing like that. He just says, okay, wrap this up. I pay for it, and out the door that I go. That didn't really feel like a luxury experience to me at all. And I think because of that experience, I have not really been inclined to go to the store and buy anything. I figure out what I want, and then I just order it and have it shipped to me. I think that that's going to change based off of the relationship that I am creating with the sales associate at the Louis Vuitton, and that's near me, especially because they have just been so kind. Even though the times that I have gone in there, I'm really just browsing, looking, deciding what I think I want, and I haven't ever bought anything. I usually go in to have them condition my capucines ever so often, just so that it stays nice and conditioned and it doesn't start cracking and it looks good. And they helped me one time where this corner down here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting to like kind of move in a little bit here, and it's not doing that on the other side. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but they helped me by giving me like a little pillow to try to push that corner out, and they looked into, is that something that could be fixed and things of that nature. It's not really gotten worse, so I have just been keeping an eye on it, and I have been trying to stuff that area to kind of push it out more, but they have been extremely helpful. So I think that that may change in the future. But what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below what makes you decide to buy in-store versus doing resale. What are you looking for? Is it that luxury experience that you're looking for, or is it something else that drives you? For me, it's kind of a combination, but like I said, because I've not had a luxury experience before, that really isn't the driver. I'm more inclined just to have it mailed to me and not worry about it than to have, or I guess give credit to someone who's not really helping me. And maybe that's not the way to look at it. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case at Louis Vuitton moving forward. So, and like I said, that wasn't at Louis Vuitton, it was at Chanel, and you know, it is what it is. So let me know in the comments down below. I love to hear your thoughts. My name is Rachel. This is Lux on the Low, where we talk all things about having luxury items while keeping it on the lowest budget possible, unless we decide not to. But that is really the purpose of this channel, is to help you shop in a more affordable way and get all the things that you love. I want to know from last video to this video, or this video to the next video, whenever it happens, if you scored an amazing item that you are obsessed with. I want to hear about it in the comments, or send me a message to my email, because I would love to highlight that in the community page. I want to celebrate you. I want us as a community to celebrate each other. I want to hear all about it. So please go ahead and share that in the comments below. I will see you in the next one. Until then, I hope you have a luxurious day, but I hope you're able to keep it on the low. Bye, guys.